Hi, we're going to talk today about ambition, initiative versus ambition. Now, first of all, in bringing up that subject, I think most people want to know why in the world would you want to talk about these two. But there's been a lot of misconception about this, both in the workplace, in the marketplace, in all of life, and certainly in ministry life, and of which I have the most experience. We look at the need for ambition today, and ambition is needed, and almost every person has ambition. It's a common term to say that when someone is doing something and being reasonably successful at it, we say they are an ambitious person. But do you realize that ambition is not the needed element that we need in our hearts and in our souls to accomplish the things, either the things of God or the things in this world that are needed are given for us to accomplish. Initiative, however, is something different than ambition. Ambition is as common as dirt. Initiative is something that is like finding gold. Initiative is that thing that you look at in people and you can tell people who have initiative versus ambition. Ambition can take you anywhere and even nowhere. Initiative will take you to the heart of God, to the top, to the place where you are accomplishing everything that God has placed inside of you to accomplish. Now, first I want to do is read to you something from a noted man in marketing by the name of Roy Williams. He wrote this in a book that's called Turning Words into Magic and Dreamers into Millionaires. And it is by Roy H. Williams. And it goes like this. Does anyone lack ambition? When people want to pay a business person a compliment, they often say he has a lot of ambition. But ambition is as common as dirt. I've yet to meet a person who lacks it. I am, therefore, not convinced it is part of the great American formula for success. I believe the vital ingredient is initiative. Initiative means you take action. You work with what you've got. You never stand around waiting for instructions. You do something, even if it's wrong. People who lack initiative hesitate to do what they cannot do well. People who lack initiative hesitate to do what they cannot do well. Ambition without initiative is simply daydreaming. An employee who has ambition without initiative spends his days trying to figure out what he can do for him. The employee with initiative is the one who tries to figure out what he can do for you as an employer. Both employees have ambition, but which do you think will rise higher? Make more money, have more job offers. Employees with initiative are needed, and they are needed badly. They are needed in every business in America. They are needed because they find solutions for the problems pointed out by the mere ambitious. They are the glue that holds a business together. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. That's what we've been taught. And yet, have you ever played golf or tennis? Did you play well the first time out? No, but you went back and played badly a second time because you understood that playing badly was part of the price for learning how to play well. All of life is really like that. A person with initiative says, anything worth doing is worth doing badly until I've learned to do it better. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing. Always be quick to forgive the employee whose initiative causes you trouble. In the final analysis, this person is a gift from heaven. Now, one of the things that we learned from this little article that Roy Williams wrote has to do with the differentiation between simple initiative simple ambition and initiative. Initiative means that we've got the responsibility of doing better, of seeking out, of finding what it is to do and do it. Whether it's right, whether we do it correctly, do it the best we can do it, that's not the issue. The issue is whether or not we are in a position, a place where we want to get something done and we get it done. Right? Ambitious people are people who have themselves in mind. They're always protecting themselves. They're watching out for themselves. They're looking out for what is best for them. In a dog-eat-dog world, as they say, it's a place where it's everything for myself, anything that is going to satisfy me, anything that is about me, that's what I do. What I do to better me. Unfortunately, in some of our school systems, in education today, we are teaching our children from kindergarten on up that the whole world is about the individual. The individual needs to live for themselves and protect themselves against the rest of the world. I want to suggest that neither is that a Christian mentality, nor is it a mentality even in the world that works. What happens is, as that person becomes, and eventually we have a whole society filled with people who only consider themselves. And pretty soon, there's the environment that they prepare for themselves is one that is about themselves, and eventually it's going to go bad. When it goes bad, it's because they've built precept upon precept an environment that is all about them and does not include other people. Next thing you know, you've got violence, you've got hatred, you've got depression, discouragement, and all of the disses of social behavior to where it becomes a world centered around the person. Now, initiative takes protocol. It takes humility. It takes a desire to go forward. Initiative is when you get an idea, you think about it, and proper initiative is to do it with humility, where it's not about you showboating yourself, but it's about you getting things done. And especially in the realms of God, it's about you getting God's work done. When you decide to love God so much that you want to love what He loves, then to love them, it's going to take some initiative. Jesus is a perfect example of the initiative of the Father's heart. The Father loved the children and sent Jesus to rescue them. What an ultimate case and act of initiative that took. Now, initiative with protocol means that you don't just take initiative without thinking through it. For instance, if you wanted to wash my car and you decided to take the initiative to come and wash my automobile for me, and you went out and you made all the preparation, you washed my car, you didn't say anything to me about it, and then when the car is all washed and sparkly clean, you come to me and say, look, I took the initiative to wash your car. And I look at it with my mouth open and say, but I just had a fender bender, and the adjuster was supposed to come by in the afternoon and take pictures of the scratches and the things the way it was. So you see, now in doing something good, and it seemed like initiative was the thing to do there, actually becomes the thing not to do, so that is initiative without protocol and without humility. So there are rules to initiative, but we must still be a people who, if we are going to succeed in the kingdom of God, if we're going to do the things for God that are a part of our destiny, and if we're going to love people, we need hearts that are filled with initiative. So let us begin to change our ideas about just simply being ambitious, and let's take on the heart of one who has initiative.